Hey everybody, welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Beth.
This is Jayme.
And we're just two oldish, youngish ladies talking about ladies' nights.
That's right.
Because they're important. And
Yeah.
we're both ladies. Which I'm excited about. So one of my intentions for 2026 was to be doing ladies' nights every month. I did have one in January. And 11 ladies came to my house, and I think it was super fun.
It was great.
We had like snacks, and we did some manifestations. We had some mocktails that Jayme altered with some.
Only my own.
Yes,
I
only
was
her own,
kind
yes.
of surprised, but maybe not really. But I was like, oh, no one else wants an actual cocktail. Okay, that's fine. I'll just have one.
I loved it too because like I have quite the liquor cabinet, and Jayme was just like sitting in front of where I keep all the liquor, just like looking at all of the liqueurs and alcohols.
And I was smelling them, and I was so curious because I don't have, access to those very often to actually like see what they were. You have such a range of things that I have never tasted or smelled or anything. I was like, what's this? What's this?
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was fun.
And then I just went with straight up vodka.
Yeah, it's great.
I just added that to the mocktail.
Yeah, I did this mocktail punch that I found online, and it was really good. You just you buy one of those cran raspberry, juices, use the whole thing of that. I used, I think it was like a whole like can, like the big cans of pineapple juice. And then you add some ginger ale on top and stir it together, and then add a can of lemonade, like frozen lemonade.
It was delicious.
It was so good. Like I've made stuff before and I put it in a big picture and it didn't, I've made stuff at parties before and nobody really drank it. So then I have a giant thing and I'm like, oh gosh, but this one got like pretty much, it was done by the night. I had a couple drinks the next day, but it was just like, oh.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good. Anyway, and it would be great with alcohol too. So
it was.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I added some vodka to mine, and vodka's not like a really strong flavor. No. And so anyway, I enjoyed it.
It was fun to have a ladies' night. It was, again, the theme was manifestations and mocktails. And we did some like little cards, like punch cards. I'd seen somebody on TikTok doing a ladies' night where you make like punch cards of your goals or intentions for the years. And it was just like really cute and fun. And it was so neat to see like my different friends talk to each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was great.
I loved seeing how people's artistic side came out too. Yeah. And you could just see like, it was just fun to watch that. My artistic side is suppressed or something because my punch card was like an 8-year-old would have done. And I was okay with that. Yeah. And then I was just like watching people and I'm like, why am I not like making something? And I was like, I don't know. Yeah. But I was enjoying myself.
You're just in the moment.
Yeah, I was. But again, mine looked very childlike.
There was a lot of that. But again, yeah, it is fun to see how different people's artistic expression comes out, and how some people are really great artists, or they just, they're so colorful, and other people are like, nope, I like mine simple. Or some people like take things very literal, like, oh, it's going to be a punch card, so I have to make it a punch card.
Right.
And it's just very,
and that was part of it for me. I was like, I felt like I just didn't like. I'm not going to use it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not actually going to like give myself a little punch card. But I was like, well, I want to participate. But I just didn't want to like overthink it because then I was like,
there's too much.
What am I going to? Anyway, I started down that path and I was like, nope, just do something simple. Yep. So that's what I did.
I also want to say that the girl that I saw that did the punch card thing online, all of her friends were very artistic, and they were like using watercolors, and their punch cards were like gorgeous. And I think it set the bar too high in many ways. I was just I
didn't see that TikTok, so I'm kind of glad
I was just like, oh man, these girls are like artists doing this. So it was, anyway, it's just kind of funny when you see the Etsy version or the Pinterest version, and then it's like Instagram versus reality. We're like, oh, this is so great. And then you look at yours, you're like, well, I tried.
I think if I would have seen some inspiration, I might have gone a different direction, but I was just going off of my own head.
I had fully planned to make a PowerPoint display that was going to play on my TV, just looping, of like different inspo pictures and like all kinds of things. But I ran out of time that day. But my goal is really to make these parties a little bit more technology, like, because I like to do a playlist, and I want to have like,
the playlist was great. I actually did notice and pay attention to that.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
Like it was very stylized for the night, which I think you need to do for ladies' night. I think that every ladies' night has a different vibe and a different feel. It's like, so I like to do a playlist, and I had like not a logo, but I had I made like a really cute invitation on Canva. And so I wanted that up with like, here's kind of what we're doing and like just little things. And so it's going to be evolving, I think, because I'm planning to do these every single month. So
I love that. And I love that you have energy for that.
I mean, clearly not, because none of that came to fruition. It was all just in my
a lot
brain.
Of it did.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a whole setup and it was so cute. You had like little flowers. You had all the markers set up. You had all the papers. I mean, a lot of it was fruition. I don't know what was missing because I didn't.
You can't see my brain, yeah.
But in reality, that was like way more than I would do.
It was fun, yeah. It was really fun. So I'm excited to do all these different themes, and
I just want to say that, and just like let you off the hook too. That like if you ever don't have the energy, and you still like you can still just do a girls' night and not have all that extra stuff, and it would still be lots of fun. But I do love that you're like being intentional about that, and like. It's nice. It actually is really nice to be able to just come.
Yes, that's what I love. And even like people saying like, oh, can I bring something? I'm like, sure. But I really like when I'm hosting, I like to just kind of have everything we would need. And if people bring extra, great. But I just like to take the onus off because I feel like all of my girlfriends, everybody's so busy. Everybody's doing stuff. I feel like everybody does want to help. But sometimes it's just nice to like just show up. I mean, Jayme you did stay behind and cleaned with me, which was very kind, which I never would normally say yes, but I was very tired.
I know you already told me no. And I was like, I'm just going to hang out a little bit.
Yeah. And then she's like taking down tables and stuff. And I'm like, thank you so much. Cause like it did really help because the next day it wasn't quite as bad. And I was wiped the next day, like couldn't get out of bed. I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, you're old. But anyway, I just love a ladies' night, and they're just so important to have that connection and that time away from everything else.
I agree with you. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really happy that I get to be included in this in this endeavor of yours this year.
But I think one thing that's interesting is you kind of brought up ladies' nights have definitely transitioned for us.
Right. Like versus what they used to be when we were a lot younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I was trying to think back and like I didn't really do a lot of ladies' nights because I didn't have like in college I didn't have friends, which sounds crazy.
That does sound crazy.
But I went to a commuter school in Chicago. So like it was a school where there wasn't really like on-site housing or anything like that. And so everybody lived either in the suburbs or further away. And they just came into the school, they came to class, and then they left. It wasn't like a campus you hung out on all day and all that. So you didn't meet friends the same way that like I did when I went to like a major university that was like, you're on campus and you're sitting around, you're going to events, you meet people. It's just different and you're in the dorms. And then also like I worked all the time. So I would meet people in class and we'd have like be friends while we were in that class together. And then it was like, we're done. So I didn't ever really have a lot of girls' nights when I was younger. But I feel like you had girls' nights.
I think I've always, just let me think. Like, am I trying to think before I got married?
Yes. Like when you were younger. Like,
I don't think we called them girls' nights. I think I just hung out with friends a lot,
Yeah.
Different I lived different places and stuff in those early young adult years. And so I don't think anything was kind of like an official
formal. No. But there was the ladies' nights. Like I know in high school I did where we would just hang out. The girls would just hang out. We would just party together or just whatever.
Yeah.
But we never called them like ladies' nights.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking back to when my kids were really little and young. I had a group of friends and we would get together usually for somebody's birthday. And there's usually somebody's birthday like every month at least, or every other month at least. And so we would have ladies' nights and those were really, really fun. Especially because it was like the only time because with little kids, like you just have to make arrangements and like, there's just,
it's a thing.
It's a whole thing. It's a lot easier now in this season to have ladies' nights in my life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I realize I've always had a lot of girlfriends. I've always had a lot of friends, but they're always like, none of them connect.
With each other.
So I have like these little pockets of friends, but they don't really...
They don't overlap.
They don't overlap. And some of them I don't think would mesh well together. And I have a lot of friends at different stages and ages of life. So it's just always been weird to kind of pull them together. But so I feel like I would have these like girls' nights out, but it would be like smaller contained groups of friends and they wouldn't jump. And I feel like now since a lot of people are older, like in their 30s and 40s, all of a sudden it's like the playing field's a little bit more even of like not so... it's not so vast. Like, oh, these guys have babies. You're like barely 25. You have no kids. You're living it up. It just is. It's the vibes are kind of coming together. So I'm kind of excited for this season of like, oh, I'm just I'm just going to have everybody come together and they're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's super fun.
I love that. I love seeing themes for ladies' nights too. Like I have on reels or whatever. I remember seeing this one reel with ladies that were doing this ladies' night where it was like wear what you never have an occasion to wear.
Yeah.
And it was so funny, like the range of what people wore to that party. I thought that was a really good,
I've seen some of those
idea.
videos where you're like, somebody's like in a ball gown, somebody's in a costume, somebody's in like a sailor suit, like to go boating. It's so fun.
Yeah. Like you never get the chance to wear this, but you have it.
And you love it. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. There's so many great ideas out there for ladies' nights. And it's just like, I just have been gleaning a lot of them because I'm just like, I don't want to just do like I know that there's some fads for ladies' nights that have come out, like, the wine and painting parties or the this and that are just like kind of more standard. But I like seeing the ones that are a little bit different or maybe not quite of an investment. I love the board parties where you bring a board. So it's
that does look really
that
fun.
was super fun. I've also seen people do like it in a color scheme. So like every person's a different color and like you wear that color and then you bring food of that color. And it's usually just like a rainbow. And it's super cute.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody coming in with orange and they have like Orange Crush and Cheetos and whatever. And you're just like, that is so cute.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
I'm so curious what you have planned. Like,
I have a bunch of different things. So I am going to do, and I don't know the order yet, but I really want to do an admin night, which I need to explain to people what that is, which I was so thankful because I was mentioning that at the party that I wanted to do something kind of like that. And somebody literally sent me a Instagram the next day, like, oh my gosh, there's somebody just wrote an article about how women are getting together and they are doing these admin nights where you come and you can like bring your computer or bring like things that you've been putting off that you want to do. Like, for example, like some people are like, oh, I really want to write thank you cards for whatever. I want to write birthday cards to people. So they'll bring those items there that night and do them with people. Or they're like, oh my gosh, like I just have not taken care of my inbox. I have 10,000 emails in my personal inbox. So you just like, you come, bring your computer, you're drinking with your friends and snacking, and you're just cleaning out your emails as you're talking. So it's like all these like little tasks that are like the admin stuff of our life. And it sucks to do by yourself, honestly. Like I get tired of doing that stuff because I do it all day at work and you do it in your profession. And then all of a sudden you're like, I do not want to take care of that. And so you just kind of do it. Like I could even imagine someone bringing like a bag full of their mail and just like opening up all their mail that they've just let accumulate and just, just all of those things. But it's so much easier to do with other people. So it's like a co-working session, but with cocktails. So I'm going to do that. I really want to do a book fair. So it's going to be like bring books that you've either read or you're just not gonna read, and we'll just do a book swap. And then like I want to like find some like cute little book fair trinkets or something, kind of make it cute. I have plans to do a really fun karaoke night that like has some singing games and then like just doing some like old school, like I have an old school karaoke machine that like grades you, and it's awful because it's like harpsichord music and it's like we've done it before and it's like really old songs and stuff, but it's like I think it's so fun to do because again it like gives you a score and it's just kind of fun. And so it's just like things like that. It's like I love like it. Every month I just want something a little bit different, of just like, okay, how can we embrace and maybe experience something new and like bringing different people together. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. I did a ladies' night. This was quite a few years back, but I just remember feeling the desire, almost like a loneliness. Like I really wanted to have a ladies' night, but I'm like, it's always like, it's hard to make it happen. And like you said, like all these different circles of friends, and also it turns out to be kind of expensive if you go out.
Oh yeah.
Because like if
just
like
drinks,
just
if
one drink,
drink,
yes, and then like if you get a meal, but then you also don't really get to visit with people who are like maybe like further down the table. And like what environment? The environment that I was really like wanting and craving was just more casual, more like where people could connect with each other better. And I didn't know where that was. Like you go out dancing, like you don't talk. You go to like a restaurant, like I said, you're like separated. You're only the people that are right next to you. Like where can you go that you can just like walk around and mingle, but like nowhere in public really? Like you can't do that at like a coffee shop.
Spaces that are
you can't do that, and like the
library.
Yeah, like you can't. Anyway, I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, you know what? I could do it at my house, but I was also like, I want it to be worth it. Like, I want it to be a nice girls' night. Like, what is it that, and also I was just like, I just want people to be able to show up and not have to like cook or whatever. But I was like, I can't afford to like do that for everyone and have it be like really nice. And I was, so I asked people for money. So what I did was I said, how much does a girls' night usually cost you? Like minimum. And I think I posted that on Facebook or something and just got quite a few responses of like what people typically spend on a girls' night. I think it was like $50 or something like that. And I was like, okay, I want to do a girls' night. I'm like, I will do all the planning, all the shopping, all the just everything. And you show up, and if you can give me $20, I'm like, that's perfect. So then I don't feel like I'm spending hundreds of dollars, because I'm not, but like I want to do this. And so I did. And like a whole bunch of ladies came. I think you came. Did you come to that? I think you did.
I don't remember.
Anyway, I bought like a bunch of wine and chocolates, and I did like I had all these really nice snacks. I prepared like different games. It was actually really fun. Everybody that came loved it, and we could just like talk and hang out. And anyway, and then I did like a dance party for whoever wanted to with like glow sticks. And then anyway, it was just really fun. And that was my idea, like however many years ago. And I haven't done one since, but like that helped me too, like to just try something new and do like now. I don't know that I would do it the same, but at that time I was like, I couldn't figure out how to do it and like be able to engage in the way and buy the stuff I'd want to buy, but not be like, oh,
it's
like,
a hardship.
This is like, really expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody just chipped in, and then it worked really well. And then we had like a great space. So you're kind of doing that, but like you haven't asked anyone to chip in, but I think people would be very happy to, if you wanted to, like, you know.
For right now, it's fine. Plus it's just like, I don't know. It's fine.
No, I love it's different than what you're doing, but it's similar.
Yeah,
that,
no,
like,
I
you're
love that.
creating the space.
Yeah, I think
and like
I think it's just creating space, like space for people to come, and it's kind of nice because I don't have children, and I'm just gonna say this is that my house is not set up perfectly yet. It's still a progress. Literally, as the girls were coming in, I'm giving people house tours, and I'm like, this is what this room will be. Ignore all the piles and the mess and the clutter and the craziness, but this is the vision, and you'll see it happen eventually, over this next year, evolve. But it's like, I love to, like, I went to my friend's house. We just did like a mini girls' night, and they both have lots of kids, adorable babies, all the things, but it is loud. Like, their kids are downstairs. It's chaos. The kids are running back up. There's toys everywhere. It's like, it's a lot of stimulation. Yeah. And so I do like having a space that can be low stimulus and like, hey, we're just chill here, and nobody's going to come and ask you to wipe their butt. Yeah. It's like a nice thing. And so I feel like I want my house to be a sanctuary, not only for me, but for my friends that need a place. Sometimes that's just like not their house and not a public space. They want to be in a home, and they just need to chill. And it's like, that would make my heart melt. If people are like, hey, can I just come use your house for a minute? I remember seeing back in the day, I can't remember if it was the Sex and the City movie or the TV show, but Carrie Bradshaw is like keeping her apartment after her and Big get together. And I think Charlotte ends up using it as like a sanctuary space because she has like young kids and she's stressed and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, how nice would that be to just be like, here's the code, go in, don't let the cats out, just enjoy. So anyway, I just want to create space for peace and connection right now, because again, the world is crazy. Yeah. And there's so much going on. And I know we tend not to talk about that stuff here, because I think this podcast for me is a safe space to just like, I don't have to think about anything real for 30 minutes. And that's how I like it. Because most of the time I am thinking about everything that's really happening. And so like, but I want that for my home too. Like, I want to have those spaces in my life that I'm like, this is a moment of peace and solitude and just like being and taking a breath to refresh and to regroup before having to like go back out into the world and be. So anyway.
I love that so much. Yeah. I'm just really
think
thankful for that.
I think that's what's the value of ladies' nights. And I think that the more we can like turn into a community and like really like bring each other up. And I'm excited again, like for people to keep connecting. So then like when things are hard, we can actually support each other in a way that's, organic and real. And yeah.
Anyway, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm just encouraging everyone, just have a ladies' night. It fixes a lot of woes.
Well, it definitely helps to just like make life more enjoyable.
Absolutely. I would say. And something to look forward to, especially in these winter months. And
exactly.
It's just, I don't know. I'm craving connection right now. That's not like from a church or from this, like having to join a club or do an actual hobby. Like just sit like and be with people.
I love that.
I'm excited.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.